For years, the narrative was tired. Nobody watches the WNBA. The game's too slow. They don't dunk. They don't make money. And the most played out myth of all, it'll never be as big as the NBA. But something happened. No, scratch that. Something is happening right now, in real time. Because the WNBA, it's not waiting for respect anymore. It's demanding it. And it's earning every single headline, dollar, and eyeball it's getting. This is the story of how the new generation of women's basketball players transformed the league into a movement, how they turned jersey sales into statements, how they made sold-out arenas normal, and how the WNBA became the hottest league in the game, the class that changed everything. Let's start with the moment the WNBA shifted. April 2024, the WNBA draft. Over 2.5 million people tuned in, not for a finals game, not for a buzzer beater, for a draft. Caitlin Clark, Angel Reese, Camila Cardoso, Rickea Jackson, Aaliyah Edwards. It felt like the NBA's 2003 class had arrived, but make it women's hoops. Caitlin Clark, the all-time leading scorer in NCAA basketball history, men or women, was headed to Indiana. The moment her name was called, fever ticket sales surged. Within hours, her jersey was the top-selling item across all Fanatics platforms. Not just in the WNBA, not just in women's sports, in all of sports. The top-selling jersey in the country belonged to a rookie. Then came Angel Reese, LSU's heartbeat, trash talker, fashion forward, fearless. She brought flair and edge to Chicago, where she immediately sold more jerseys than anyone on the Bulls not named DeMar DeRozan. These weren't just basketball players. These were brands, built in real time, amplified by TikTok, Twitter, and televised NCAA battles that shattered viewing records. Record numbers everywhere. Let's talk viewership. The 2023 NCAA Women's Championship between Iowa and LSU drew 9.9 million viewers, more than the men's Final Four. You heard that right. More people watched women's college basketball than men's. And that momentum didn't slow down in the pros. ESPN reported a 200% increase in WNBA viewership year over year heading into the 2024 season. The season opener between the Indiana Fever and Connecticut Sun, the most watched WNBA game in over 2 decades, pulling over 2.1 million viewers. NBA arenas that were once half full during WNBA games are now electric. The Las Vegas Aces are playing to sold-out crowds. The New York Liberty have turned Barclays Center into a destination. The Indiana Fever haven't seen this much attention since Reggie Miller was trash-talking in the Garden. And it's not just the fans watching at home. The stands are packed. The dollars are flowing. Let's talk fan attendance. From 2023 to 2024, WNBA average attendance rose by nearly 25%. Teams like Indiana and Las Vegas have already sold out multiple home games. Cities like Phoenix, Chicago, and New York have seen massive spikes in in-arena crowds. But it's not just about butts in the seats. Advertising money is pouring in. Google, Nike, AT&T, Gatorade, State Farm, and Wilson have all doubled down on WNBA sponsorships. Gatorade released its first national campaign with a women's basketball star in years. Nike signed Caitlin Clark to a historic 8-figure deal. Reebok locked in Angel Reese as the new face of their women's line. It's official. The business world has finally recognized the power of women's basketball. And with more exposure comes more revenue, more investment, and most importantly, more opportunities. The game is better than ever. Let's be clear, this isn't just a social movement. The basketball is phenomenal. The WNBA today is faster, more physical, more skilled than it's ever been. Watch A'ja Wilson dominate in the paint while knocking down 18-foot jumpers like it's nothing. Watch Sabrina Ionescu pull up from the logo with Steph Curry's confidence. Watch Kalia Copper fly up and down the floor like she's running wind sprints in a video game. Or rookie Camila Cardoso blocking shots and dishing no-look passes in transition like a 6'7" point center. The WNBA today features elite-level pick-and-roll schemes, zone-busting execution, and shooters who can torch you from 28 feet out. This isn't just good for women's basketball. It's good basketball, period. And players are holding each other to higher standards. They're training harder, recovering smarter, and competing year-round. No longer are they playing in Europe just to survive. They're building careers here in America. Breaking the paywall. Let's talk about the elephant in the room: pay. For years, the conversation around WNBA salaries was grim. The average salary? Less than 6 figures. Top stars like Sue Bird and Diana Taurasi made less in a season than bench warmers in the NBA. But the tide is turning. In 2020, the WNBA signed a new collective bargaining agreement that increased the max salary to around $215,000. That number's still far from the NBA's heights, but it's a start. Now, endorsements are doing the rest. Caitlin Clark's Nike deal is reportedly worth over $28 million. Angel Reese signed with Reebok, Mercedes-Benz, and even Tampax brands that rarely touched women's basketball before. For the first time in league history, WNBA players are staying home not because they have to, but because they want to. The conversation has shifted from survival to sustainability. The culture is here. But beyond stats and salary caps, this is about culture. The WNBA is no longer a quiet corner of the sports world. It's loud, it's fashion-forward, it's politically aware, and it's unapologetically Black and female-led. These players are not just hoopers. They're entrepreneurs, activists, designers, and influencers. They speak out about reproductive rights, LGBTQ+ issues, racial injustice, and mental health. They wear what they want, speak how they want, and play their way. In 2020, the Atlanta Dream helped oust a U.S. senator. In 2024, players went viral for showing up in Louis Vuitton tunnel fits and turning the pregame walk into a full-blown fashion show. This isn't just about the game anymore. It's about what the game represents. What's next? So, what now? Expansion is coming, fast. WNBA Commissioner Kathy Engelbert confirmed plans to bring new teams into the fold by 2026, with cities like Philadelphia, Oakland, and Nashville all rumored as frontrunners. TV rights? On the rise. The WNBA's next media deal could triple in value. And this isn't the end of the Caitlin Clarks and Angel Reeses. Paige Beckers, Juju Watkins, Hannah Hidalgo, and others are waiting in the wings, already building followings before they even declare. The pipeline is strong, the spotlight is shining, and the world is finally watching. So yeah, the WNBA heard all the talk, that it never sell out arenas, that it couldn't draw viewers, that it didn't have stars. Look around now. You've got 10-year-olds wearing Caitlin Clark jerseys in Indiana, sold-out games in Vegas, courtside celebs in New York, billboards in Times Square. And the internet, it can't stop talking about it. This isn't just a good time for the WNBA, it's a great one. And the best part? They're just getting started. The WNBA is now. Don't miss it.